Welcome back to Onyx's Rambling Reviews. Today's movie that we're talking about is Mercy. I know that this has already been getting some skepticism about how good it's going to be. I understand that based on who the director is. It's the same guy who did the 2025 War of the Worlds, the one with Ice Cube that apparently very few people... It's probably one of the lowest rated movies ever, so that didn't give me hope once I realized who the director was going in. But it was definitely not that bad. It's not great. Like, it's definitely not going to win any awards or anything, but it's entertaining enough, and I think that's a good starting point for it. I didn't go in expecting, like, an award-winning movie. I definitely did. I expected to go in and be somewhat entertained, and I came out minimally entertained, at least. I rated this movie 3 stars total. I would have rated it a little lower, but my husband seemed to like it a little more than me, so I do take his opinion into account when I give it my rating. So, let's get into our review or recap, shall we? We shall. So, also, just to know, I watched this one in IMAX 3D, which is how they've been advertising people to see it. And I think the 3D definitely added to it with some of the effects with the screens or the digital screens. It's not really screens, it's more holograph kind of things, like as they swoosh past. It definitely added to that and made that, honestly, a nice effect. I like that. We start off immediately. Chris Pratt's already in the Mercy program. He is there under suspicion of killing his wife, which he doesn't remember doing, but spoiler, he didn't kill his wife. Sure, the man has anger issues. He's been in AA. He has a drinking problem. He has been hiding the fact that despite being in AA, he's still drinking. It's not great, that situation there, and the anger issues, which also stems from the fact that he was on a job with his old partner, and his partner died during it, and that spawned a lot of the drinking and the regression into the drinking, which, you know, it's kind of understandable. Your partner in a police force is probably he is your guy. He is the one who's going to protect you. You're going to protect him. You guys got to click. And losing that's got to hurt. Going into drink, reverting back to drinking a lot more after that, it is understandable to me. Like, I'm not saying that I accept what he did, but I understand why. He's definitely mad when he realizes his wife's dead, but he's also just like, what happened? And everything that we're shown at the beginning definitely leads us to think he is the killer, and he just got so drunk that he doesn't remember, because he was arrested in a bar and everything. So he was probably too drunk. He probably got drunk enough that he just blacked out. He was not drunk when he went to kill his wife, which he didn't do, but he was gonna go to work. He gets there, and he's gonna, he has this stash of alcohol in his truck, which he finds out isn't there, so he assumes his wife has it, so he immediately he parks barely. He's parked for a second, and then he's pulling out and going right back home. He punches the Ring doorbell camera because he's so mad, and he just kind of, he has keys to the house. He lives there. And he gets in, and you can hear they have an altercation. He leaves the house afterwards. We see the daughter come home from a sleepover at her friend's house, and she finds the mom dead, and there's no other time anybody else going in or out of the house. So it's really hard to see who else it could be besides him. It's such an obvious suspect. That's why he is on trial. Also, you have to reach a 92% level of guilt, which that still seems really high. Just I'm still 92% guilty of this crime. There's still the Mercy program. I have some questions about that. How does it determine? It kind of goes over that in the movie, but still, just 92% still really high up there that you could be guilty. But also, it's kind of shown that it must be really hard to get your guilt lower than that. Obviously, our main character, Chris, yes, his character's name is Chris. It's Chris Raven instead of Chris Pratt. So when I say Chris, I am referring to his character, not him as an actor, but I'm also referring to him as an actor, because they made that choice for some reason. He does end up getting his guilt down to 0, because obviously he does. We find out because when you're in the Mercy program, going through that trial, you have access to all sorts of data, because apparently in this weird dystopian Los Angeles, you have to hook your phone up to the municipal cloud. So all of the agencies can access your personal data and everything, which is a good thing for this movie in terms of the plot, but nobody's gonna want to do that in real life. I don't know. Sure, most people's lives are already kind of all over the internet these days, just with social media and everything, but I don't need it accessed by everyone. even though it's technically not accessible to everyone, but whatever, not the point. We also find out that the daughter was taken by the in-laws, the wife's parents, who apparently do not like Chris and are like, yeah, he definitely killed her. And apparently they've never liked him. But that's not really a huge plot point. It's just like they just kind of impede his ability to talk with his daughter on the phone sometimes. It's just kind of annoying. The in-laws hate him. That's just kind of a normal trope we see in movies. Phone, because we're shown a scene where she is texting somebody from a video that his daughter took, because again, the Mercy program has access to everything. Literally nothing is hidden. So we're shown that she's texting somebody, but that's not her actual phone. Turns out it's a black market phone that's not hooked up to the municipal cloud. And here's the thing, there's so much tech that like these people have. There's like a hovercraft motorcycle cop thing. It's actually kind of cool looking for a bike thing, but like they have all this tech. They still got to break down the window of this car to get the that phone that they find. They couldn't have found a way to like use Mercy to open the car or something. Clearly, Mercy program can access so many things. They couldn't get it to open the car. They just had to break the window? That didn't make sense, but whatever. Slowly throughout the movie, we see Chris use his gut feeling, his instinct, his emotions to guide him through the investigation to prove that his innocence, which definitely confuses the AI. The AI was created to only look at facts. Only facts. That's it. Nothing else. But as it's Rebecca Ferguson, so I'm going to say she. As she analyzes Chris and his work, she starts to realize this is working, but it's not always logical. And it kind of breaks her a little bit at some points. You see her glitch, she's like, eh. It's actually kind of interesting. We find out that the guy who actually did murder Chris's wife, Nicole, is the guy that's sponsoring him in AA, who is also the brother of the first man who was ever put through the Mercy program, which we learn at the end was a false positive, because Chris's new partner found the phone on the guy that would have proven his innocence, didn't log it into inventory and evidence, and just tossed it over an overpass. So yeah, she gets arrested. She's very useful throughout the movie up until that point. And the fact that the AI is able to like confirm that this guy, Rob Nelson, is the brother of the first guy, the first Mercy trial, is through this really old photograph. And the fact that she's able to, like, the AI is able to find a match to that photograph and prove who it is honestly impressive, and it kind of scares me that AI could do that. AI terrifies me. I don't need robots taking over the world or interfering with my life. I have enough of that as it is. There's too many smart devices right now. We find out part of the issue is somebody has been stealing some kind of chemical or something from the deliveries at Chris's wife's work. They have been skimming the top of incoming shipments of urea granules. We learn that can be used to make a bomb. So that's fun. And that's what he does. He steals a truck from the work. It's huge. It is definitely going to kill a lot of people if it goes off. He also kidnaps Chris's daughter from the in-laws' house. I don't know how he managed that one. Did the in-laws not hear her trying to get back inside and not do anything to stop him? I don't know there, but she gets kidnapped. So she's in the car kind of as a meat shield, essentially. So he's driving this huge semi-truck. It is massive. It's like supposedly like 3,000 pounds or tons of weight to this thing, and going straight to the center of Los Angeles, aiming for the Mercy building. And if it goes off, apparently, I think it's estimated thousands at minimum people will be killed in the resulting blast and everything. Not good. Not good. This man is very, honestly, it's impressive that the truck, I mean, to be fair, it's a huge semi fighting off little tiny cop cars, so like it definitely has the advantage there. But still, the fact that like even like the one blockade that we see, somehow that works, but I think it's just because there's too much traffic behind that blockade for him to want to deal with. He drives through a mass of people. He's hitting cars left and right, not caring if it's a cop car or a civilian car. There's a lot of just murder charges there just within the driving alone, beyond everything else that he's doing. They try to divert the path of the truck, and they sort of succeed until he rams into one of the cop cars, screws up the SWAT team coming down to extract the daughter. He does end up crashing into the Mercy building, at which point Chris has already proven his innocence, but he's trying to keep the AI on, because if they close the trial, he no longer has access to the cloud and everything, so he can't help improve anything. Somehow they get it to work where he is able to get out of the chair and still be accessing the AI and everything, which I'm not sure how that works. He gets down to the lobby where Rob is holding his daughter hostage, and he has killed a bunch of people still. He has shot guards and everything. A lot of people are dead. Not even from a bomb. There was a bomb that went off because they did go to Rob's house and they found all these plans and proof that he was making bombs and everything. Yeah, that was a thing. So they find out, also, they do find out how he killed his wife. They had his wife Nicole had held a work party on Sunday. He never left the party. He hid in their basement for 2 days or so, and that's how he wasn't detected. Like, we kind of figure out how he escapes because Chris's back neighbors, people who live like connected to the backyard, they have a bird cam attached to their bird feeder. There's one moment where it detects movement. There's no birds in sight. We just see a tree wiggle, and I'm assuming that's just him jumping the fence during that scene. Honestly, that's some dedication. He was trying to kill the wife because I think she had figured out who was skimming the inventory and everything. That's fun. So they figure that out. They fully prove Chris's innocence, and so then he's going down to the lobby to fight the guy face to face, not head to head. Well, head to head also works. He's going down to the lobby to fight the guy face to face, and he has a dead man switch on that bomb in that truck, which I'm not sure how dead man switches work, but somehow he gets the battery pack out after the daughter gets freed from his grip, because he's holding the daughter like right there, but somehow she gets free. Chris gets into a fight with him, grabs the dead man, pulls out the battery because the AI figured that would had an 80% chance of disarming the switch, which it works. Go 80% chance. That's still a really high probability that it could have failed, but it works. Then the rest of the officers come in. Chris almost shoots the guy. His daughter tells him not to. He realizes that he can't do it. It's not right for him to kill. He needs the fair trial and everything. He doesn't. And right as he's stepping away, his partner comes in and starts shooting. She shoots him. She doesn't kill him, though. But that's how we find out that she was kind of behind the brother's murder. Because I guess, that was straight up murder, since he didn't actually commit the crime that they had arrested him for, put him on trial for. It's kind of a chaotic movie. There's so much shaky cam during the scenes. It has some great story beats, a lot of big scenes, and the plot's interesting enough. I wouldn't say you have to go see this in theaters. If you're interested, like if the promos have interested you, go for it. I think you'll have a good time. But if you've been like, maybe, I would say wait till it's on streaming or if it comes out physically. It's fine, but it's not worth the money if you don't think it's going to be worth the money. That's my thoughts on Mercy. Let me know if you've seen it and what you thought of it in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!